Hello, Leo. Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead, Leo. How are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you, my fire family. So I've got some oracles here. I'm going to lay down the oracles for the overall energy for the week ahead. I'm always reading for the week ahead, Leo. If you've never been here before, I always read for the week ahead, whether you get it today, tomorrow, or next year. It's always going to be for the week ahead. Then I'm going to throw some tarot at it. We're going to get some details on the overall energy of these oracles. If you are someone who's never been here before, welcome. I hope that you will join this tribe. It's a really beautiful tribe. It's growing by the day, and we do have a subscription button down the bottom right hand corner if you're interested in staying. If you are the ride or die Leo and you're always here, I appreciate you so much. Let's find out what's going on for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Leo. We've got cleansing waters, Leo. It says purification activates vibrant life force. So I feel like you've been through something that has purified you, but it feels like it's also cleansed you. Look, water does that, but so does fire. I am looking at these little flowers. We've also got a lotus flower here. Oh, and we also have a dragonfly. Dragonflies are about the visitation of someone from the other side. So someone who really loves you, I feel, is watching you go through some sort of a cycle where you're being cleansed or purified. It's going to look different when you get out of the cleansing waters. You're going to feel rested. You're going to feel happy. You're going to feel edified. It feels like this purification activates vibrant life force, tells me that you've been through something, and now on the other side of it, now you get to rest. Because you know what it's like, right? When you're in a pool or in a lake and you're floating, like you're weightless, that's what it feels like here. You're about to come out of some sort of energy where everything felt very heavy. You're about to feel weightless. We've got begin now, take your first step. I love that. So encouraging, right? So it is time for you to take the first step out of the cleansing waters. And I know that it's hard, like, you know, when you've been floating in the water for a bit and then you go to stand up, you feel all of the gravity pulling you down, right? But I feel like it's really important that you do take the first step. I feel like there's some sort of a path that you're going on here. And although there are some obstacles, right? Mountains in the tarot are kind of like obstacles. They can be accomplishments as well, but every mountain looks like an obstacle until you get to the top, right? And then it's kind of an accomplishment. And it feels like somebody here is going on some sort of a path that's going to take them sort of in and out of places. Like maybe some places will be rather arid and really hard, and other places will be full of greenery and you can eat from the trees. And so you're supposed to begin now. Now's the time to start something here. Tell me about Leo. Another oracle for Leo, please. What else does Leo need to know for the week ahead? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Leo. We've got community. So for some of you, you could be attracting a new community, because when you plant a garden, that's when the butterflies show up. And so you could be attracting a new community here, a new very diverse community of people. Maybe you're moving into a new community, but it feels like this. It feels like it's going to be a very welcoming community if you are going into some sort of new place that you've never been before. It feels like it's, I'm looking at the rainbow, so it looks either very happy or very diverse is what I want to say. This community here, and it's very kind. It's transformative. This community is going to transform who you are. We've got power. It might be a shocking move. Maybe you're not planning on moving. Maybe you wake up the next day and you're like, I need to get the hell out of here. Or, you know, maybe it's something that happens that makes you have to move. But it feels like it's a little bit shocking. However, I'm going to say, because this is power, it doesn't drain your energy. It powers you up. So don't really worry about something going wrong that you can't get out of. We do have patience. Yeah, be patient with it. Something might change for you here in the week ahead, but it feels like this power energy is something that's going to power you up. And I like that I've got that sort of the mountains here, but the lightning is hitting the mountains, maybe just showing you the way. Sometimes it looks a little frightening, but it's not necessarily. When you get up close, it's not that frightening. Tell me more about Leo, please. You're brave anyway, Leo. Doesn't matter what's frightening, you'll just get it done, right? One more card for Leo, please. Ooh, what's this? We've got success. So whatever it is going to be successful. It says, I know that there is no greater goal than to love. So for some of you, it could be platonic love. It could be romantic love. Maybe you're just going to really love this community. It feels like it's a cleansing. Like it'll be like a place where nobody knows your name. Like Cheers, right? The bar. Nobody knows your name there, and you can just be a brand new person there as you step out of this purification waters here. Yeah, something has ended and something is beginning. So it says here, I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings. Death is always about transformation. So I feel like you're going to be seeing the fruits of your labor, or that you've gone through some sort of really hard cycle where you are transitioning. Look, I think that this death card here has been showing up in just about every reading I've done today. So there's a lot of transition happening here. A lot of people were in this transition period in the month of March because of the eclipses. And now that we're on the other side of the eclipses, it's like now we're going to start to see the fruits of the labors. All right. Let's talk about you, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Leo, if you're interested in a private reading, please know I'm doing them a little bit different. I'm still doing pre-recorded readings, but they're on a different platform. The sister platform to Wizio is Hipsy. If you look in the comment, the pinned comment below, you will see the new link there. I've added services, so I'm now reading live one-to-one. I'm reading through chat and through text, not chat and phone. So I mean text, chat, or phone. So take a look and follow the link, and you'll be able to look around the Hipsy site. Okay, let's find out what's going on about these cleansing waters. Tell me about Leo, please. We have the 10 of Pentacles. Something really beautiful, long-term, beneficial, and abundant is showing up for you here. And I want to say that you've come through a purification of sorts. So if you've come through a really hard situation here, I feel like you've been purified and it's time for you to come out the other end. It feels like this Hierophant energy could be a community. So for some of you that attend church, maybe it's a new church community, or it's a community that transforms you spiritually, because the Hierophant is the spiritual leader, right? So the spiritual teacher, in fact. So it could be that you are recognized as a spiritual teacher, Leo, or that you meet a new spiritual teacher along the way. I feel mostly what this community is going to give for you, though, is a lot of structure. This is a traditional place, which means that people are used to, like, they have a culture, right? So a traditional culture. And what I mean by that is everybody helps everybody. If you don't have, I'll give you mine. Let's do a community garden. Like, it feels like that sort of tradition, like the old traditions from long ago, right? When we all actually helped each other. It feels like it's going to be a very comfortable place to be, and a place where that will change you spiritually, or that you will change others. Tell me about success. We've got the Hermit energy. So the Hermit energy is one of tranquility, but it's also one of maybe being by yourself just a little bit. I feel like where you feel the most successful is when you're in your spiritual or shaman-like energy. And it says, I know that there's no greater goal than to love. The Hermit is love. The Hermit is like the Hierophant, knows the power of love, whether it's platonic or romantic. So I feel like you have been hermiting, learning about this Hierophant energy of yours, that you are the spiritual teacher and that you do teach communities of people. Maybe you'll be flying into communities or something to teach them. Maybe you're a public speaker, could be. But this Hermit energy, I feel, is telling me that you've been spending a lot of time alone, wondering, how am I going to get my success? What is that going to look like? We're going to go back and clarify all of these. But this spot I left available for a reason, and that is because this energy here is going to be not for next week, but it's going to be for the week after that. Tell me about this. We've got the King of Pentacles, stability, moving slow, abundance. And then we have the 10 of Wands. It's because you've decided to drop the wands before you got home. Like, it feels like I'm no longer taking my troubles home. I'm no longer doing that to myself. I'm just going to drop it right here. It's become too heavy. Let's talk about the 10 of Pentacles, because the Purification is a vibrant life force, and the life force could be bringing you energy or money or a healthy family or something that has longevity here. I've got the Page of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the 7 of Pentacles. This is something you've been waiting for a long time, it feels. Some sort of a realization or an aha moment. It's a blessing from the universe that you get some sort of clarity or conversation going around. It could be work. It could be, the 10 of Pentacles is something that's longevity. It's something that it's like a job that's going to be a long time job, or a relationship. It's going to be a long-term relationship. So the Page of Swords tells me that you've done all the footwork You've done all of the digging up. You're curious now. You're ready to push forward. You're ready to figure out, it's a malleable mind, or the Page of Swords, who's ready for new information, new input, right? The Ace of Swords is the realization that I've got to make a decision about where I'm going, this way or that way. It's been a long time that I've been in this old cycle of things that are hardship, that have been happening in a hardship kind of way, but now you're in the cleansing waters and you have a choice. Like, are you going to get up and move forward to a new path and throw new seeds of intention, or what are you going to do? Are you willing to put in the hard work that it takes in order to get onto the new path? Tell me about the Hierophant. Dropped a card. Hang on. All right. Got the Moon. Got the Four of Cups, and we've got the High Priestess. I feel like it's when you go to this new community, you might hibernate for a little while. We've got the Four of Cups and we've got the Hermit. I feel like you're in some sort of a comfort zone. So it does feel like, although the community is ready to receive you, maybe you're not ready to go out into the community. The Moon energy is here. And so it feels like the Moon energy is like, I'm not really sure what's going to happen. I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of nervous. I'm not really sure what's going to happen, or if I'm going to be rejected, or my ideas are going to be rejected, or I'm going to be rejected from the community. It feels like the High Priestess energy is telling me that you kind of are going in stealth, that maybe we're going in a little bit quiet. I'm not just going to quite acclimate myself to the community just yet. It feels like the High Priestess is telling me to keep it under wraps, like move into the community slowly. It feels like maybe get yourself a comfort zone or a comfortable place, which means move into the place, get your comfort zone, because you're not really sure what's going to go down. I feel like this Hierophant energy is what you're hiding, because I feel like a lot of people come at you and want your energy or your advice or your wisdom. It feels like a lot of people, once they realize that you're in town, are going to come at you and want something from you. So maybe you're planning on moving into the community quietly instead of making a big kerfuffle, because you don't really know what to expect from this new community. Tell me about the Hermit, please. Success at being the Hermit, and realizing that there's no greater goal than to love, whether it's platonic or romantic. So you've changed a lot here. I feel like being in Hermit energy has taught you a lot of things. It's taught you to be positive and look forward to the future. Also to look forward to future changes. We've got the Three of Wands here with the Death card. So you're now open to change, as long as you can go at it slowly and quietly, right? The Knight of Cups is the passive one. It feels like as long as I can move at it slowly, I feel like I'm willing to stare death in the face. I'm willing to let go of something so I can start something again, ending something so something else will begin. And I feel like that's what's happening, that you're looking forward to the changes that are going to come up. Now, for some of you, it could be romantically, because the Knight of Cups can be a romantic sort of energy. But for those of you who are not looking at romance, I really feel like this success is coming at you slowly, and that you really need to acclimate yourself to your new space or your new house or your new community or your new job slowly. Don't expect it to happen overnight. But I feel like that in the future, it tells me that there's a lot of changes that are coming up. So it feels like you are going through a lot of scenarios that are ending things and beginning other things. And it can be a little bit terrifying. Change can be terrifying, right? We got the Ten of Wands and the King of Pentacles. So, of course, this is not the week ahead. This is the week after that. And so I feel like you are dropping some financial burdens. So it does feel like somebody is like, maybe you're deciding to move because you're moving toward a job that's going to pay more money. Or you are moving to a place where the rent is cheaper or the housing is more affordable. It feels like you're going to be dropping some financial burdens in the third month of April. We've got the Six of Cups, got the Emperor in reverse, and we've got the World card. So it does feel like there is a chapter that is closing here. And I feel like the chapter that is closing is one of you not knowing what to do, or one of you feeling maybe you're someone who doesn't necessarily take change very well. And if it gets you out of sorts, like the Emperor in the reverse is not listening to their intuition, somebody who's not ready to get up and go. I don't want to pursue that just yet. I'm not ready. Somebody who is sort of unstable with their finances. I really do feel like all of this is something that is coming to an end, that it's going to be replaced with some sort of milestone. Like you're going to look back there with memories, once you get settled here in the new place. And I feel like you're going to be like, oh yeah, boy, I've come a long way. I've come a long way from back there when I was the Emperor in reverse and not knowing what to do, and not knowing I could conquer things, not knowing that I could have the stability and the security that I have now, because the King of Pentacles does have stability and security. So I feel like things are changing up a lot for you, not only financially, but it feels like you are you're in the process of turning that Emperor upright. And I feel like you're going to be looking back there and saying, wow, I really did make a lot of changes. But I feel like the world card is showing up with the Emperor, telling me that you are no longer going to be the Emperor in reverse. Now you're going to become the Emperor in the upright, but you're going to have to drop these burdens first. Either they're financial burdens for some of you, or just burdens in general that you're willing to close a chapter on. Death is coming up for you twice. There's themes here. I think for Scorpio today, it was what was it for them? It was change, I think, for them. No, it was freedom. That's what freedom came up twice. And I think it was for Aries. I think change came up twice. For you, it's death that's coming up twice. So we're going in twos. I feel balance is coming, but I feel like it's not before, a lot of upset, which was our eclipses. And now things are starting to get back on track. So we do have the Lovers here. There are lots of choices that you're going to have to make moving forward here. And I think that you are going to choose to look at them straight on. You're going to look at the issues that you're having. You're going to go straight on, right? You can see that person is looking you straight in the face. Just going to say it as it needs to be said. I'm going to transform things when I open my mouth. I'm going to make decisions that are clear and concise and factual, and I'm going to get out of my head here. Feels like things are going to be moving forward, maybe quicker than you want them to, but it does feel like you're going to have everything under control. I'm going to say in the mind, everything is going to be under control. You're going to be making some decisions. Some of those for you could be decisions in relationships, but for most of you, I think you're moving forward to a new community or a new place in your mind, like you've changed your mind completely from what it was back there. All right, I'm going to leave this here for now. Thank you so much, Leo, for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back, of course, because I'm always back. See you again. Bye-bye.